Can Luffy escape the Marines? Hi guys, Nerdy Perkins here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 741, State of Emergency. Rebbecca is kidnapped. So just a quick rundown, we have the Straw Hats running from the Marines with the help of some of the Coliseum crew who have decided to basically take out the Marines that are trying to capture the whole crew and whatnot. But we also have Luffy running off to take care of something, which turns out to be taking Rebbecca and bringing her somewhere. Most likely to her dad, but who knows? It could be something different, but that's what I'm guessing. But anyway, this was a pretty good episode. It's all leading up to some good things in the future. But it's, you know, definitely just like a ramp up to get to the end of the arc. So just to run through some different things that I really thought was funny about the episode. I really liked Hiruden's hiding place. It was just kind of like crouched down between two buildings, because where else are you gonna hide a giant? We have some Zoro being bad at directions gag where everyone's running to the east port, and Bartolomeo's just like, Zoro, you're going south. So always love a good Zoro just not knowing where the hell he's going joke. One thing I noted in my notes is that it took Luffy half of an episode to get to a point that literally took him like 20 or more episodes to get to in the during the actual arc. No, he did have a handcuffed law, so he couldn't go as fast. But I just thought that was pretty funny. And of course he didn't have any like enemies trying to keep him from getting there. But anyway, so that gets us up to the halfway point. Though I think I've stated this a couple times before, I'm not a super huge fan of the Rebbecca Kiros story. This is probably like my favorite part of it because it's just bringing it to an end, and I think Oda does do a good job of ending it. But we just have like Rebbecca kind of, you know, crying a little bit more and being a bit upset, but I just love what Luffy says to her, because he's basically saying what everyone else is thinking, which is just like, stop crying, think for yourself, make your own decision. And I really liked Luffy's like face when he first gets up to the bars. He's just like, meh, like angry Luffy. The music when Luffy finally takes Rebbecca I really like that. I don't know if it's new. I assume it's probably not new. It's just the first time I have noticed that particular tune, and I really did like it. I also just love Gats. I'm gonna miss him so much. And just him being like, oh, Luffy, I still like you. Just great. I really thought that was a good little gag that they threw in, and then all the other people being like, stop, like, don't, like, encourage him, basically. And then we have just all the townspeople running after Luffy, trying to, like, keep him from taking Rebbecca, because they assume that he's taking her for, like, a ransom or something like that. Which, we know Luffy, and he doesn't have those type of ulterior motives. Yeah, overall, I'd say I did like the episode. Animation-wise, there were a couple moments that I was like, on, but, you know, that's par for the course on, like, you know, a medium episode of One Piece. The one thing that, because this was kind of unclear in the manga, and I think they're still keeping it pretty and big, hard to tell what's going on with the Marines in this one as well, when they all just collapse. I don't know if they ever come out and actually explain it. My theory is that it's from, what's her name? The, Tontada Princess taking the, like, dandelion donations. I think she purposefully, basically either took too much from them or was purposefully, like, weakening them by basically taking their strength to use as these dandelions as both a means to help the citizens of Dressrosa, but also as a way of basically tiring them out and keeping them from chasing Luffy. Like I said, that's just a theory. I don't know if they ever actually come out and explain that specifically. The only other thing I could think is that Fujitora is, like, using the gravity on them, but I don't think that's the case because you have, like, they're literally just seem like they're just completely wiped out. And we get to see Sengoku with his gorilla friend, who I believe the One Piece podcast calls Pone Gorilla. I do think that he has an official name from the SBS in the most recent volume. They went over it. The SBS is on the One Piece podcast recently, and I believe that someone wrote in a name for him, and Oda was like, yeah, sure, whatever, as Oda does. But I forget it off the top of my head. I'll try to remember it, because I think he's going to be in next episode as well. Yeah, and next episode looks like it'll be good. We did get a little flash. It looks like Law is going to be talking to Sengoku, which is super awesome. Very excited for that. And otherwise, it looks like it'll be a fairly good chapter, or good episode next time. But, well, as for this episode, if I had to give this a score, I would say 3. I would probably give it a solid 3. Like, it could maybe slip to 2.5. It just wasn't that interesting overall. Like I said, I did like the music and some of the gags, but yeah, 2.53 at the most. Like I said, I am caught up with the manga, so I do know what's coming up, and there's some really good stuff later on that I'm going to be giving, like, really good scores for, I assume. So I'm super excited for that. Don't want to get too spoilery. I do apologize if I've said too much. But yeah, so 3 at the most for this episode. If you like the episode, give it a like. I've been reviewing the One Piece anime for the last month or so, I think. You can subscribe to my channel to check that out. I also do live reactions for the chapters as well as reviews for the chapters. So if you're caught up on that, you can check those out as well. I'll probably put a little card somewhere around that you can pop over and watch those if you want to. I also have been doing My Hero Academia anime reviews, manga reviews, and manga live reactions if you've been reading or watching that. And I'm going to be reviewing Boruto as that comes out. That's more manga stuff, but still, just want to advertise some of the other stuff I have on my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at nerdy_Perkins. I post most of the videos that I put up, I post on there at some point. And you can also find other things that, other places that I'm at down in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter in the comments below. And yeah, that's about it for the moment, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, stay nerdy.